again this week making my real food lunch, and today's lunch is probably one of our family's favorites. The kids love this one, my husband loves it. It's like one that we would do for lunch, dinner, breakfast if we could. Makes great leftovers. It's Mexican beef and rice. And I say rice because we're using cauliflower rice today. And in fact, sometimes for the kids, I'll make them a batch of regular rice, and I'll do the cauliflower rice. Just depends on what you want for what you feel best with your carb level. So, if you're jumping on for the very first time, my name is Jenny. I'm a certified nutrition consultant, and every week I go live just making my real food lunch. These are usually 5 to 6 minute lunches, and they're easy for you to make. They are great leftovers. You can even take them to work with you, warm them up in the fridge. And so I have already cooked up my ground beef, and this is about 1 pound. And I'm going to show you the recipe today. I'm going to show you how to assemble it, but I'm also going to show you how I make my own spices, spice mix for taco seasoning. Okay, so I don't know why, but years ago when we were changing our our whole lifestyle, diet, our eating habits, I was terrified of making my own spice mixes. I'm not going to do it. It's so easy to buy them already in the little packet. All the spices are mixed up in there. You just dump it in, and I had no idea that a lot of times there's some really sneaky ingredients that they hide in those spice mixes. A lot of them have sugar. More importantly, a lot of them have MSG in it, monosodium glutamate. Also, things such as food starch. It's just a filler. And honestly, ever since I've started making my own, I don't think I will ever go back to buying a spice mix. All right, so let me show you how I do mine. When I make taco meat, and it depends on, if your ground beef has a lot of water in it, or sometimes it's really fatty, you might have to drain it. I usually buy lean ground beef, so I don't have to drain it, but it does mean I have to add a little bit of water. So I usually add about 1/2 cup of water to my cooked ground beef. Get my little thing going on here. And for the spices, super easy, guys. Just a second, there is something on my phone. There we go. All right, so for the spices, I just use cumin, chili powder, garlic powder, or granulated garlic, and then salt. That's it, super simple. And first ingredient is going to be chili pepper, or chili powder, I should say. Don't do chili pepper. Your kids won't like that one. Came out super fast. There we go. About 1 tablespoon of chili powder, and then I am going to do 2 teaspoons of, what's funny? I actually, whenever I make this, just on my own, and a lot of you guys are probably cooks like this too, you just start throwing in the spices. So I hardly ever measure when I do this, but I'm measuring today just so that you guys know the exact measurements. This recipe is actually another one in my 21-day real food transformation cookbook, and a lot of my recipes, I'm not fancy, and so I keep it super simple, and this is one of probably everyone's favorites. So that was 2 teaspoons of cumin. The next one is garlic powder. I'm going to do 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. And just add that right in there. You can even make out a bunch of this in advance and just have a container of taco seasoning. And then the next ingredient is salt, which you can do 1/2 teaspoon to 1 teaspoon. It depends on, I cooked up my ground beef, and I actually don't even think this is 1 pound after it was all cooked up. It doesn't look like much. So I only added a little bit of salt. I might add some more. It's really, here's the thing with salt. You can always add more, but you cannot take it out. That I have learned the hard way on a lot of recipes. Always add less, and then you can always add more. And then I'm going to add a little bit more water. You kind of want it to have a little bit of it to be watery, because as it simmers, it'll thicken up, and it'll make a little saucy taco meat, which I kind of like. I like it to have a little bit of it's not so dry. All right, so for the bowl assembling, I've got my cauliflower rice here, and I'm just going to pour some in. I'm going to use this, and this is kind of the base. Just put this here in the bottom here. Actually, I probably should have used the romaine as the base, but oops, throwing romaine everywhere. So I've got the cauliflower rice, the romaine, and this should cook up a little bit more. You'll know it's done when all the water has kind of, evaporated a little bit, but it's close to being done right now. So I'm going to go ahead and add the taco meat, and then this is where you can get crazy. You can add any kind of toppings you want, anything that sounds good. I do black olive, salsa, guacamole, avocado. I did cilantro, and I am like really close to being out of groceries, so I've only got tomatoes, cilantro, and a little bit of cheese. I do like to add some of the Tessemae. I get this at Walmart. It's totally clean, totally no sugar, no dairy, and it just, I don't know, ranch makes everything taste super good, which this tastes good without it, but adding the extra healthy fats to it will help keep you full. And there is our lunch today. It's so simple. And in fact, usually I'll make a ton of it up and we'll just keep it in the fridge and warm it up. Nobody gets tired of it. It's that meal you can eat over and over again. And anyway, that's our live lunch for this week. Make sure you come back next week and I'll give you guys another recipe.